kicked in the fucking face.
In the next bubble screen over here, let's throw curls.
What are the whys, right? What are the whys?
Bears Hour Live.
Here is what the Tape Never Lies Network means to me. Now, there's a lot of sites out there, a lot of fan sites and all that stuff, but there are few, if any, that matches the knowledge, the wisdom, and the charisma of the Tape Never Lies Network. It is what I rely upon each and every week to find out what's going on with our Chicago Bears. Listen, I like the Sick podcast. It's fine. Its host is okay. But for me, the money site is the Tape Never Lies Network. Watch it.
The Tape Never Lies Network. Starts now.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
Yeah, you look at the tape. So as a coach, your resume is the tape.
Loses the football. Strip sack and
Bears Hour Live.
Give me some fucking
Bears
names.
Hour Live. We go online right after Bears games with your boys Draft Talk in the smartest man alive. Bears Hour Live.
Son of a bitch, you better block.
Bears Hour Live. We go online right after Bears games with your boys Draft Talk and the smartest man alive. Rant up with the true analysis you expect. Raw passion for the show. Bear fans get nothing less. Locked in with real emotion and passion for every play. Coach Phil to bring that rain in with facts my shame. Post game show like nothing else you're gonna hear. Some can try to copy, but a bucket's not sincere. Delivering the truth on what just happened, to be clear. That's why we're on TV, so you can see it, not just hear. Hey yo, with Draft Dr. Phil, you know it's always hit sticks. True to fundamentals, never gimmicks and tricks. Guess we're moving Soldier Field up to Arlington Heights. Mill out counting bucks while the mayor big fights. Our life keeps growing, Shane's all knowing. Delivering the truth on how the QB's throwing. Dimes on time or just lacking fundamental. Whatever the case, we get hot like Cecil. Fiery discussion on what happened in the game. This ain't your daddy's postgame, so expect the fucking flame. Not for the average fan, a loss they can't survive.
But don't you worry.
Bears Hour Live.
Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour Live. We go
Let him sit his ass there again. I don't think we're that much worse.
The myth, the rant legend, Draft Dr. Phil Otoshun.
This is football, baby. Culture is the problem.
Let's get
the little things.
Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour
Son of a bitch, you better
Bears
block.
Hour Live.
That's what happens. That's when you have a real
Right
good team.
after Bears
And let's
games
get it
with
on.
your boys Draft Talk and the smartest.
Give me some fucking names.
This is Bears Hour Live.
Hey, it's BHL. Bears' second win of the season. Tyson Bagent's first career start at home in Chicago. Lots and lots to talk about. I don't want to bore you with my words, so let's bring out our guy here so we can get this rolling. We win, Phil, but there's still lots to talk about and still things that are are worrisome, but as we have to switch places there, but let's get into it.
Yeah, let me get into this rant, Shane. A rant to remember, I think. Let's kick this off the TTNL way. You know, every time you go to the Tape Never Lies Network, you expect the truth. That's where we'll go. This isn't fair weather fandom and jumping into one game analysis and film study and judging college players and NFL players by one game performances. There's a consistency clause to analysis. The Chicago Bears fan base, most of them, are misinformed and abused because of what we saw today that we can't forget. The coaching staff. You have 3 timeouts before the half. And Bagent, an undrafted rookie going in there, drives the very next play. You got to use a timeout there and hits DJ Moore. For 18 yards and a first down. Now you're cooking with gas. This stuff can't be hidden in a win. There's so much. And oh, by the way, TTNL was right. This is the game plan that works. But one caveat in it, and I'll say it to you little fraud boys, is Shane and I standing in complete disbelief opening day against the Packers, and number 21 is a healthy scratch. There's an understanding of identity and a guy that's a tone setter. D'Onta Foreman has been through so much in his career. You could see how he runs the football and gathers the energy of the football team surrounding him. On a day where Tyson Bagent needed to lead his football team, let's not stand there as assholes belittling the performance because we have an agenda. Because the performance is what stands out. Coaching malpractice is displayed each and every week, again today. But the showcase is D'Onta Foreman is your identity. And guess where he's been? On the bench, sitting. And that is a coaching issue, a personnel issue. It's performance over politics, we said. It didn't take a rocket scientist to see how important preseason football scrimmages when you have a CBA that holds you back from live drills and tackling to see 21 is your identity. But yet you strutted out Khalil Herbert as the starter week 1 and not him. And that's the problem. And then week 2, he's a scratch. Week 3, he's a scratch. Where's this for Justin Fields? People want to know. Where is it? It's with the coach. It's with the offensive coordinator that I've been saying this for freaking 20 years. I've been saying it for the last 2 with this clown show. You want to have a quarterback? You run the goddamn football. Power game, and don't act like you haven't heard it here. The coaching situation, exactly, still bad. There's a reason I'm sitting here saying, you want to fix Justin Fields? You get Jim Harbaugh in here because he understands what just transpired today. This is a team going in shotgun and running screens last week on 2nd and 1. Let's not forget that. We're learning on the job here. No, you need a real coaching situation and a real coach. But they won today, Phil. And you fans that are splitting the difference here. Oh, where's it? Justin Fields didn't get this. Listen, this isn't a quarterback controversy. Look at the tape. The kid made great decisions, accurate passes, used his feet, did everything okay. Are we crowning him now? No. But we're not going to tear this kid down. It's ridiculous. It's a disgrace. Go cheer for another fucking team. It's a joke. It gets me so upset because all I saw was a young football player giving everything he got. I saw a football team rising up to him. And Foreman taking the fucking ball and taking everybody on his back and running the goddamn football. And same with Evans. Oh, by the way, we had him on the team too. Let him go. This is just be better. Exactly, Sam. As a person, be better. Justin Fields' story isn't over. But right now, this kid's out there battling. That's all we want. It's a solid performance from this quarterback. Give it to him. Applaud him. Love him. Embrace them. Cheer for them. And then you could watch Cole Kmet steal money. Because the tape doesn't lie. It's awful, Cole. You gotta really look and search deep down in your heart. Watching Cole Kmet is the most infuriating, frustrating thing for me. Because God gave you every ounce of talent to be a fucking tight end, and you play like a dead end. Stop. Run the ball, Betsy. This is how you could turn a season around. Shane and I looking at each other, and same with some of you amazing fans. I don't want to keep panhandling to the freaking frauds out there. The blog boys with a video chat. Come on. Don't know football, never coached, never played. Talking out their ass about stats. Fucking stats. Give a shit what it was. Stats wise. This team we had 11 more weeks, right? Today. Got 10 more now. I've seen teams turn it around and embrace players that are rising to the occasion. Today, Foreman and Bagent, surrounded by these guys, rose to the occasion, and we should be applauding them on the mission at hand. Win. Win. Losing is a disease. Losing is a way to bring down a franchise and a fan base to a level where everybody's inner fighting and pointing fingers at it. Losing is a travesty. Great, Jalen Johnson got 2 picks, his first 2 of his career. Don't start throwing up pay me signs. Make more. Be consistent. Be a leader. Shane, that's my rant for today. I know you're on mute sometimes, so I can't hear you.
You can't screw Jalen Johnson out of his 3rd career pick today.
Oh, it's 3rd. It's
yeah.
3rd. I bet.
Yeah. He had 1 and then he had 2 today. But
all right, he had 3 picks on his career. Don't do this. No. Jalen.
I thought he was gonna do it again on the second one. I'm not gonna lie, but he just he flexed. What did you think of the this is totally off rant topic, but what did you think of the orange sleeves? Kyle Long was on Twitter talking about that he was not a fan of it at all with Jalen wearing the orange sleeves.
You're the only one doing it. Like if the uniformly, is that the right word? If uniformly they all were doing
maybe
it,
the NFL was going to make him change them at halftime. I brought that up to Riley. I'm like, it's going to be interesting to see if he still has them on, but
it's just
he had them in the second half.
I just don't like that me's first thing. I just have never been a fan of the swag and gotta look pretty and play like shit. Usually those guys, usually I'll say, are the first guys to leave the locker room, first guys to complain in a loss, first guys selling out their boys, right? That's where I am. That's where I am. And it's like, come on. Don't take the helmet off. Don't do that shit. Go out there, play the game. Play the game. Play the game. You'll get paid when you play good. Trust me.
Yeah, but this is like a comment like here from Ned Music. This is the trap that we have to
oh my God, Ned.
Stay away from.
Are you a fucking psychic, Ned? Like, seriously.
You just listen, I'm excited to see Roshan in there, but he's not. He can't even clear concussion protocol. So you're basing it on very little of him at the NFL level, and just say that he's just going to become the identity. I can't. We've been talking about Foreman needed to be at the top of the depth chart as a running back here in Chicago since the day that they signed him. That was with Herbert here at the time. Roshan hadn't been drafted, and that's Phil. We talked about it at halftime with our patrons. That is not a shot at Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert's role in this league should be exactly what it was last year. Like you brought it, you said he's a change of pace. He's a relief pitcher. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. Roshan runs with that physicality, or not. There I go. Had Roshan on the brain. Deontay Foreman, much like Roshan, they run with that physicality that to me, it just makes more sense to have those guys. And then you bring in the guy that, I don't want to say water bug, but a guy that's got, a little bit more elusive to come in and clean things up a little bit.
As a scout myself, Deontay Foreman has power and short area burst and fluidness through it that Rashawn does not have right now. Let's just be honest. Rashawn has one cut, pad level down, and toughness that's there. But Deontay Foreman, things that he did on tape, I guarantee are going to be showcased by this network this week for must-see TV, because forget the hurdling. That is in above itself a showcase of his athleticism, but his ability to functionally feel the hole and squeak through it and run over dudes in contact. It was impressive. He set the fucking tone today, and it's a shame. It's coaching malpractice. I'm sorry. We couldn't believe that he wasn't in there. Let's just be honest. It's not a shot at Herbert. Herbert is a relief pitcher. That's what he is. He comes in for an inning or a rep and gives you a big play or a big spark. Maybe he comes in a series. But this is the lunch pail, set the tone animal that David Montgomery was. And let's be honest, they didn't use him right either.
Well, the thing about it is, Phil, what makes it so obnoxious by this coaching staff is they didn't look to him as any type of contributor on the team with him being inactive.
Exactly.
And at no point, if you looked at him when after the Christian McCaffrey trade last year in Carolina, you see what he did. He almost put up 1,000 yards in 9 starts last year in Carolina?
8 or 9.
And it's just, there's a lot left to be desired, Phil, with this coaching staff. And I know a lot of it will get glossed over, unfortunately, because the Bears won, and there is some positivity to take out of this, but
not from us.
Still, no, exactly. You and I were texting privately in game, just some of the things that were going on. You're like, what in the world?
In a different game, could you imagine a coaching staff thinking you could take these timeouts into the next half and not call timeout there?
And you're pulling out Bagent to bring in Peterman
Nathan
for a play?
Fucking Peterman?
I mean,
listen, this is a small thing, and I'm sure you're going to agree with me here. And then, Aaron, thank you, Starks, for the $5. It is super chat, open super chat here. I have an issue with this quarterback making his first start and not taking the final snap of the game and allowing him to close it. Why is Nathan Peterman doing the closeout there, Shane?
Yeah, I have no idea, and I know that there continues to be people that question Tyson Bagent's arm strength. At no point do I watch Tyson Bagent and be like, ooh, his arm is an issue at the NFL level. It's
coaching staff is so bad. I'm sorry. Yes, you won today.
Now, does he have Justin Fields' arm strength? No, he does not. That's clear. But does he have a viable NFL arm?
Can he throw a 45-yard ball into? Yes. I guarantee. Yes. Getsy went back to max protecto that Fields put up historic numbers in and completely abandoned it last week. He went max protect over 23 times today. Shane and I talked about that.
Not true.
Shane and I talked about that. This is what you have to do for Justin Fields and anybody in the Bears with the personnel that they have. You have to run the fucking power game, action off of it. Max protect. This team still went 3rd and 1 in shotgun. They still did it. They able to complete it. The kid escaped out of the pocket, was able to hit Tyler Scott. But this is a problem. And I don't know what they are in regards to Justin Fields and how they think about it, but they did the formula correct. Then last week they reverted back against the Vikings to some other shit where they didn't go action game and they ran the RPO game. Like, get the fuck out of the June Jones run and shoot offense with Justin. This is his style of offense as well. This is where he can contribute in a major way. Action, run game. There's no shot at Justin Fields. It's what he needs. And Tyson Bagent should not be punished. Oh, and people picking sides. That's just dumb. Tyson Bagent played a hell of a game today. Give them that. They won the game. They won the game because, and listen, this is the first fucking home game they've won in 2 years, right? When was the last time they won at home?
Over a year.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Give him his due. Mohamed Elmi, $4.99. Thank you. They have been sabotaging Fields. Doesn't make sense. Complete different game plan. Listen, I'm with you. Mo, you're here every week. Shane and I get labeled a certain way because we hold everybody accountable and people just run with a narrative. Run with it, right? This is what I've been wanting for Justin. Under fucking center, outside zone, inside zone, waggle, boot off of it, drag the tight end, do the things that is going to threaten the edge and make Justin very nervous for defensive coordinators because you're got Deonta Foreman coming up at your ass and your linebackers are getting fucking tired. Now they got to come up and commit, and then all of a sudden, action over the top, and he's hitting people down the field. That's what I've been begging for 2 years. 2. And they don't do it. Kerry Franklin, who was at the game. Kerry for $50. Look at this guy. Here is to the Bears' first win since 2022 opening day at home. Great point, Phil, on why I didn't let Bagent finish. Listen, Kerry, this kid deserved to be out on the field. I, as a head coach, understand the moment. His parents are in the fucking stands. This kid helped you win this game. Bears don't win this game with Nathan Peterman. Telling you that right now. They do not win this game with Nathan Peterman.
Oh, hell no.
This kid played a fucking whale of a game, making the right decisions, not doing dumb shit that we have seen backup quarterbacks do. Let's be honest here. I'm happy for the kid. Go out there, keep winning. Guess what? We have Carolina's number 1 pick. Stop fucking misinforming fans. We're not go out and win because, like I said, losing is a disease. And Bagent, to Kerry's point and mine, needed to go out there and take a bow at the end of the game for the fans, his parents. He deserved it, and it's just another showcase of the stupidity of Eberflus and Getsy. I'm sorry. Kid deserved it. Kid deserved to be out there. I know you guys may disagree with me, but to me, Tyson in his first start operated this offense better than Fields has in 30 games. Also, Bagent took 1 sack. I don't know about that.
I think you may have forgotten about the Washington game.
Washington game.
I mean,
listen,
let's not get
Justin
crazy.
Fields against the Patriots. That was one of the most complete games I've ever seen a Bears quarterback. Big moments.
Let's just be happy that we have both of them. That's the fact.
There's a
camp out there, Phil. If you believe and want Justin Fields as QB1, everybody is nitpicking Tyson Bagent to death. And vice versa. If you are out on Justin Fields, you're nitpicking everything he does to death, and then Tyson Bagent is the savior. We've never made those grand proclamations here, ever. But we talk about both sides, and that pisses off 50% of the fan base because we're pointing out positives and negatives to both players. If you think that Justin Fields doesn't have warts, then you're completely lost. If you think that Tyson Bagent was supposed to come out here and put up 4 touchdowns and 415 yards in game 1 versus the Raiders as a Division II undrafted free agent, then you're a lunatic. Tyson Bagent is going to have things that we will see. Phil, you can show everybody the text for me. The proof is going to, now you have a full game on tape of Tyson Bagent. Mark Sanchez said it. Every time he rolled out, where did he go?
He went to the right.
He went to the right.
Same thing. I'm like,
these NFL teams are going to look at that, and he's going to see things next week, and you're going to be like, oh.
Was there a Friday update as promised by coach on how many weeks Justin is out? Or is it just Justin's out this week? We'll play it by ear from there.
He's never said it. The rumor is 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
At this point, he hasn't been ruled out for week 8 yet, but they're saying that surgery isn't on the table now because the swelling is going down and he's already got strength back in his thumb. I'm sure today his thumb got a little bit stronger on the sideline too.
I said the same thing.
I know that'll get clipped and people will call me a racist bum, but
everybody
that's the way that it works.
Everybody in my text, whether they're coaches from the college or NFL players or media members, and I got a bunch of them saying Justin Fields might feel a little bit healthier today. That's good competition. I've been asking for this a lot because Justin Fields, his ceiling is so high.
Oh,
and our coaching staff is completely lost. This is the formula. Ryan Billings, $5. The system should remain the same with either QB. Wrinkles are one thing, but the complete system change is frustrating. It's coaching 100%, Ryan. Me and you are step for step. I'm saying the same thing. Like, don't paint outside the lines on this fucking network. We support everybody in regards to the truth on tape. And Justin has been a priority to run the plays that are good for Justin Fields. I'm old enough to remember all the bullshit that we've endured watching this Chicago Bears franchise meddle in mediocrity and beyond at quarterback. We finally have a stud there. Guess what? We finally have a developmental, young, athletic quarterback behind him. And people are fighting over the two? Well, shut the fuck up.
End of the day, listen.
You're lost.
Here's the mic drop moment, and this is what everybody needs to realize. If the Bears traded Justin Fields and cut Tyson Bagent from the team in the offseason, guess where we're still going to be? Here. We're still going to be Chicago Bears fans. And that is what doesn't mean that you can't question them. Doesn't mean that you can't put your opinion out there and be fired up about it and be pissed off at Ryan Poles and pissed off at Matt Eberflus. But my God, we got to get away from this division when it's quarterback versus quarterback. When you're talking about a guy that's got over 30 starts and another guy that has his first career start, it's not comparable. It's just not. The coaching staff sucks. We know that. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows it. I mean, everybody knows it. I've gotten more texts from people. They know it. And today, the players stepped up. The defense played. The Bears. 30-12. Let's go. The Bears played good football on defense today. They didn't get many sacks. They think they got one, but they played good and that's inspired football. That's what we should support. And Shane, you're 100% right. I know Mo's in your DMs every week, $1.99. Thanks, Mo. But the reality is we have to stop being divisive. Like the comedy showcase of these people. Like, imagine a Roshan out there, how many yards he would have had. Like, that shit doesn't work. What Bagent did, yes, he got rid of the football. He also moved out of the pocket created more time for himself, and threw the football just like Justin has done. Okay.
Yeah, the only one that made the old butthole pucker up a little bit was when he was going down and he tossed that one out to the sideline. I was like, oh man, I was positive that was going to get picked and come back, but it did not. But
listen, they did it. They did it, and Bagent deserves the props. He
doesn't. Phil, let me ask you this: as an analyst, I know what your answer is going to be already. His best pass of the day today was an incompletion to DJ Moore in the end zone. That was
a fucking ball.
It was beautiful, and I thought DJ had it. If he could have just secured it, and it was hey, let's be honest, this is the NFL. Players make great plays. That was a great play. I believe it was Peters that ended up knocking the ball out, but looking at that with Tyson Bagent, that execution of that, everything was fluid, everything was on time. The execution was flawless. It was a dime ball. It's a teardrop. Dropped it right in there perfectly. DJ one-armed it, and I was like, I even yelled out touchdown, and then I saw the ball squirt out. But that was his best throw of the day.
That was a great ball. Yeah, I mean, I thought the kid really showed moxie, determination. He had listen, let's not overlook this as well, okay? He's up at the line of scrimmage, making checks, moving protection, checking to the opposite side. I haven't seen that in the Bears. This kid really knew the offensive system and the game plan and switched some plays. He took a play that was going right on a toss, checked out of it, moved the fucking tight end to the other side, tossed to the left. They got 17 yards on it. That's a rookie. This should be inspiring people. Competition breeds success. Justin Fields should be itching to get out there to show who he is. Again, the coaching malpractice, Dwight, $4.99, thank you. This staff doesn't belong anywhere near. Getsy should have been gone weeks ago. If he's just starting to figure it out, I don't know what to tell him.
So did you notice, Phil? I know Brad just looked for confirmation, and Brad Biggs did send out a tweet. They pulled Tevin out of the game towards the end. I don't know if that was just to protect him. Yeah, they put Carter in. So I said that's going to be
protect him.
Yep.
Who knows? With his staff, we're moving him to right guard. He's playing left guard. Let's put him. This staff sucks. Chris Morgan sucks. The refs today suck. There was no way that was passing. There was no way it was pass interference on Stevenson. None. Zero. That was a great play. And then Larry Borum, that draw before the half, that wasn't a hold in any world. It was terrible. Terrible call. Honestly, with this kind of gameplay, with a few more aggressive throws, and I see Justin lighting it up. Mark my words, he'll be a star if he leaves. We don't know. Listen, I want Justin Fields to succeed. So does Shane. Who doesn't want him to succeed?
Exactly.
If you take this approach, like the TTNL is against you, you're fucking lost as lost could be. You're just listening to blog boys try to get their clicks up on bullshit. The narrative is consistency. That's the narrative. Be consistent. Goes all the way down from the management all the way down. Coaches, next week they're out in the gun 50 times. 50 times. We've lived this. Build an identity. Next week, 2 tight ends, Deonta Foreman again until they fucking stop it. Action off of it. Watch. Will they do it? Who's betting they would do it? Put it in the chat.
Yeah, I have no
Who's betting they're going to go out there and do the same thing? 2 tight end, bulldoze people.
Phil, would it shock you if you look and Tyson Bagent gets 42 pass attempts next week?
That's
how they work.
I guarantee.
That's how they work.
I'm like, this is the game plan. Power football. It works. Sorry, you're not the Chiefs yet. You don't have a fucking tight end. You don't have a quarterback like this. You don't have receivers running routes and communication. You got a fucking superstar receiver. You got a really good number 2 receiver. And you have a fucking bulldog at running back. You kept on the fucking bench. That you kept on the bench. It's crazy. If Bagent can essentially win out, then can we overreact to his play 1 week at a time? Yes. Consistency. Same thing I want from Fields. Same thing Shane wants from Fields. We want from Bagent. And this coaching staff is the most important. If Bagent who do we play next week, Shane? Who's on the schedule? If we go out
somebody in the chat probably have it before I can
42 times, I mean, come on. Sean Minnick, $4.99. Do you think with the headhunting the NCAA is doing with Harbaugh, we play the Chargers on Sunday Night Football, 8:20 live? If they go out against Khalil Mack and Bosa, Joey Bosa, throwing 42 times. Oh my God. Harbaugh, Kevin Warren has made a phone. Absolutely, Sean.
Oh yeah.
There is no doubt in my mind. We've said this on this network. I know I was the first one out of anybody. I know it for a fact because I was dial-up days that I wanted Jim Harbaugh to be a Chicago Bear head coach. We have it also on record that this is Jim Harbaugh's dream NFL job, to win with the Bears. Does he like the McCaskies? No. Can he tolerate them? Yes. That's what a dream job does for you. Kevin Warren is the mediator. He's the peacemaker. He's the reason you get Harbaugh here. And I think it's gonna happen. This guy's gone. A clown.
Good afternoon. Again, I want to thank the fans. They were outstanding today on third down for the defense. Defense felt that out there, and also I know the offense appreciated the fans as well.
Audio was so
being real
bad.
supportive of our young quarterback and the efforts that they put out there today. So first and foremost, thank those guys. But again, a really good day. The one word that stands out to me is complimentary football, and that's really what it was all about. We wanted to come into the game.
Yeah. Thanks for joining my club, Ben, because I said it last week.
Of that, controlling the game that way, and also being able to stop
Kyle winning it.
You got to throw Josh McCown in there.
And Shane had a Josh McCown.
You can own the line of scrimmage like that. I think
if you haven't seen Keeping It 100 with the great Kenneth Davis, that
that's a huge
will show you what we were talking about playing out on the field
today.
today.
On defensive line, affecting the quarterback with our rush or our pressure, whatever that might be. So that was excellent there. And then obviously the ball being +3 today gives you a high percentage to win.
Rooting for Bagent Field, whoever under center, should be a non-biased duty of all Bears fans. Performance over politics. In the end, we all want the same result, wins. Couldn't have said it better, Greg.
That was good.
Dim it. Dim it down. Maybe dumb it down for these fans that are against
Greg
it.
Dimwit. I don't know if they're...
What's that?
We know a Greg Dimwit. I don't know if Dimwit is related to football.
Where is that
talk about
Dimwit?
Tyson. Like we've talked about all week, there was poise, there was pocket presence. He did get some
If you're
pressure
not a
sometimes.
patron member, go over to thetapeneverlies.com, become a patron. Watching Bears Hour Live.
That was
Talking
really
Bears big win versus the Raiders.
And all those things, but that was good. And then Deontay
Big
Foreman
point by
did a nice
Shadow
job
Boy.
of running
Way
the
too
ball.
many
Evans did a
penalties.
nice job running
So
the ball.
many
Those guys did a
penalties.
really good job. And our hats off to Chris Morgan. Chris Morgan did a really good job.
Oh,
of setting
shut
up
the
those runs,
fuck up.
during the
Please.
course of the week, and did a really
I
good job.
tell you
in terms
what,
of,
he always has
protection.
to protect
When you're dealing with a
Chris
a
Morgan,
rusher like that, I think we
he's
did a
bad.
solid job of that. Disrupting his timing and his pass rush, all pro player, and you certainly got to be able to take care
Darnell
of that guy.
Wright had some
And I thought we did a solid job.
good
of that,
plays and
during
bad
the
plays.
course
That's
of day.
the rookie expectation.
With that, open up to questions.
Decision to put Nathan Peterman in for that last second Hail Mary. What one is that?
Yeah, I mean, Nate's got a big arm. a real big arm. That was
What?
really outside of our normal time to do that.
Good Lord. No, he does not.
Just put him back there.
Now with Tyson,
Nathan
how do you
Peterman.
do
Breaking
just the
news.
overall operation,
Has
keeping
a
things
big
organized,
arm.
keeping everybody where they should be. It first start out.
This guy is
Yeah, I thought he did
dumber.
really well. No, he
He
did really well.
go on The Walking Dead and die.
Play call in and out.
He looks like
You know,
Rick.
sometimes, you know,
Let
because
him
of
die on The
situation,
Walking
it could be
Dead.
The game that you just had or whatever.
On the show,
you know, that,
by the way,
know,
not
clocks,
in
the
real
shot
life.
clock for the play caller is going down. It's
Oh
at
my
23 and it
God.
stops at 15, and he's got to
This
go rip
guy,
the call
man.
in there. And if it's a longer call, then he's got to get the call out, and then you got to get. To
My
the line
name
of
is
scrimmage,
Coach
you know,
Eberflus.
before you get a delay.
I'm
I thought he did
here.
a nice job of that. You know, getting the playoff.
Doctor,
you know,
get
in
him.
a timely fashion. all
Dr.
day.
Sloth.
And, he did a nice job.
Go get him. Get him gone.
Your identity was, you said you wanted it to be a team that scored a lot of points. Well, 30 points is a pretty good number to score. You ran the ball 38 times for about $1.75, give or take. Is that going to be your identity moving forward? Running the ball?
McCaskey. Virginia gave everybody $5 Denny gift cards today.
Yeah, I think there's multiple ways to
But
win.
Nathan Peterman
but we
got
believe in,
$10,
running the
Shane,
ball.
because he has
Yeah,
a
we
big
really do
arm.
because of where we live, where we play football here in Chicago, and I think that's an important part of it. And stopping the runs,
Holy
very important
shit.
to us. You know, so that's always going to be, you know,
Oh
something
my
that
God.
we want to do. Now you don't have to
Big arm, Nate.
do it every game. It's something that's good for us.
Could we make a t-shirt, please?
Trying to make sure that Tyson
Big arm.
in the game and not put the entire
Nate
game on.
Peterman's arm is big.
Yeah, just that's
Wow.
a great question, and really that was the whole thing we wanted it to do. You know, we want them to have you know, good rhythm, timing, good protection.
Holy
You
cow.
know, don't let 98 wreck the game. You know, so that was all of our keys to victory were there. You know, and then distribute the ball.
Where's the
skill,
fucking
You know, and then when you were able to run the ball the way we were, then they're able to, you know, they have to come up and crowd the line of scrimmage, so put some good advantageous pass positions for us offensively.
where
So,
I just want to see a
overall, it was
zombie
great.
come out
Really
and
good by
just
the whole group.
attack him.
That factor into the decision in the series
Rick.
right at the end of the first half to not choose to bang the timeouts and say, if it runs out, it runs
Exactly.
out.
Yeah, that was right on the cusp, you know. So
Yeah. We could take these timeouts with
You
us.
know, typically you can get a playoff within.
You're
13
up
seconds,
14 to
get up on the line
3.
and do that.
Shut
We're
the
okay
fuck
there.
up and use the
But,
timeout.
it took more time. You know, the guys got lined up.
It's like a little kid playing Madden.
And
No
you saw
clue.
that, right?
None.
Before the third down, before you convert the third down play to not go timeout after the first or second.
Yeah, that's above our number.
We haven't
Above Nate Peterman's big arm.
double back on Monday.
Jesus Christ.
How is he 2 days later? And what's
Can you-
the challenge for you going
Naisha,
forward in terms of managing that?
Exactly. At the end of the game is the worst.
Too far out.
Like, you have to be a dumbass
So
to
with
think that
Justin,
he's
we'll
got
see
a
where he
big
is,
arm.
tomorrow. He's going to visit with the
But
doctor.
not let the kid
I know
finish
his
the
spirits
game
are
is a
great. I
shame.
know he's done a great job during the course of the week. And he
Oh
did an
my
awesome
God.
job today.
These
Working
are the
with
little
guys,
things in
on the
coaching.
Sideline, talking to him before the game, going through the first 15, you know, all the way through. So, but in terms of his health, where he
Having
is, all that,
showers
we'll
for
know
the
more
big
tomorrow.
arm.
Tyreek Stevenson had several big snaps against Devontae Adams and several big moments.
Eberflus.
How would you evaluate how he did going against Adams?
He did well. He did well. You know, Tyreek is a young corner, you know, so he's going to continue to grow. This matchup was obviously a big matchup. You know, he wasn't matched on the whole time, but he was.
We were on the cusp, Shane.
Again, he'll learn from that.
We're on the
He's gonna
cusp.
play against a
Someone
lot of
clip
really good
that,
receivers
please.
this
I
year.
want it
And
for
it's an important part of our
the
show
Jedi,
is to
you're
keep learning.
you're saying
take
that
that,
with the
put it in the
benefit
file,
of
learn
looking back and knowing the
the next
results
time
of
you
the
play that
plays.
particular
You
player,
want to put
because it's all
yourself
about
in
the
the best
one-on-ones and all about the
possible
matchups out
position
there.
and
So,
letting the clock
and you
run.
gotta be able to have
A
short-term
minute and
memory
33 with
out there.
3
So,
timeouts, and they never called
that's
the timeout
important. That's
until
what's
what,
so great about
19
Jalen.
seconds
You know,
left
Jalen ended up
on the
with
clock?
A coaching
DPI
issue,
at
Jedi.
the
I'm
football,
sorry.
versus
Exactly,
number 11,
Shane.
and he just, you know, went on to the next
I
play.
love
Just
those-
moved forward to the next play. He knows fundamentally
Those
what he can do better
redirects.
and end up getting those couple picks.
They look at it afterwards, then come to you. No, the coaching happens within the moment.
Going
Within
into the
it.
season, when you have backups and you have guys out of position, why did it work today?
Well, you know, Lucas was at center. That we like that. You know, he was back there healthy. We like that. And then you know, putting Tevin back over to where he played last year, I think that's very comfortable for him. And then having Cody back at his spot, at left spot. So you got a lot of experience, you know, in the
Oh
middle
my
part
God, this
of your
guy.
offensive line there. I mean, just
I
look
will
at the
say
total
this.
reps of being
I
at the
love the right
guard,
side of the
center, and
line
left guard.
with Jenkins
some,
and
you know,
right next to each
familiarity
other.
there for those guys.
Oh, yeah.
And comfort level. So that's what I think most of it was. But But again, the coaches did
Big
a good
arm
job.
Nate.
Those players did a really good job. I was
That's all I
thinking,
can
Have you
take
ever?
away.
move around.
Have you
You
ever?
guys know we moved around
Have
a
you
lot,
ever?
so, you guys did a good job.
Big arm Nate, man.
What's left an impression on you about who he is as a guy and then as a
$1 million
Yeah, I mean, I would
Peterman.
really for him, his ability to stay positive, you know, because
Kid has a
he was,
big
was
arm.
down,
He
you know,
couldn't
and
even
we
fucking keep it
activated
in
him up,
bounds.
was
He
the
threw
same
it out.
guy all the time, and that was pretty
Big
cool.
arm Nate.
You know, he was
Hurt
doing
his
shoulder
hand on that.
stuff, and
He
this
had
guy was
some
a heck of a
clunker
back, and,
snaps.
you know, we just at the
today.
time we
Yep.
had
I
the
mean,
back at the half
weren't
back
as
position,
egregious
so,
as
and he
Cody.
took it in stride, and he knew his opportunity was going to come. Last week, he
Eberfool.
he wanted to perform better. And today he
Eberfool.
did, you know, so I think, you know, he's got to start stacking performances
Eberfool.
and keeping that positive can
Just
do
keep
attitude.
going down.
The DPI on 2nd and 25.
Yeah, this was great, Solo, when the 49 different quarterbacks.
What were you trying to do? What were you trying
And
to
they
do?
all haven't done shit. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you agree and you disagree.
65% of our audience wasn't even born in 1980.
Hold on. JSN had his first touchdown today.
That
Dang.
situation,
Oh,
you know, they
yeah.
called what they called.
Thank God we
When you get
didn't
him a
draft
2nd
him.
and 25, you know, we had just pressured on the play before.
Probably
because
tripled
everybody
his
thinks you're
career
gonna play
yardage on
coverage
that.
there. And so we got him in a good situation, and then
Oh my
ended up getting
God.
a new set of downs. That's why I was
Big arm
taking
Nate.
off a little bit.
Just clip it.
Just what did this healthy? Is there any question for your starting quarterback?
Yeah, Justin's our starting quarterback. I mean, Tyson's the backup, came in, did a nice job. You know,
There-
and then we'll, again,
there
we
you
don't know where
go.
Justin is. We'll see where
That's
it is. We don't know if
exactly
this is
what
gonna
the
be a
answer
week-to-week
should be.
thing.
Exactly.
We'll assess it more tomorrow.
Why wouldn't it be?
Offense today, where it felt like you were able to unlock it, maybe not that way in the first 6 weeks. Why do you think that is? Like screen games, they're down today.
Well, Courtney, it's because I'm completely inept. That's what he should say.
Why did that happen today versus
Imagine.
Yeah, I just think it was all guys working together. You know, the operation was nice. You know, they did a nice job and distributed the ball to the skill. Let the skill run and let him move.
With
And,
the skill.
we did a
The
good job.
skill. Shut the fuck up. Don't short it, bro.
Throws and anticipation.
Go have another handshake
Yeah, I
with
thought he did a nice job.
McCaskey.
You know, those speed
Patrick
outs, you know, one
McCaskey,
that
by
he
the
hit
way.
To you know, DJ at the end and that big third down, that was nice. That was good. And really the ability to evade and then also throw the ball. I thought he did a nice job. You know, nice accurate passes there too.
What happened to Brisker of the 220?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know he got hit, and I don't know where it is. I don't have the answer for you right now. But it's a legal pick because you are allowed that. Was it within 1 yard? So you're allowed.
Oh, gee, we have your super chat. We just haven't put it up yet. We control
we
it.
haven't. We're waiting till after the coach. Everybody.
We don't want you to not hear the critical information that Nathan Peterman has a huge arm and Will Herbert's been working on his pass block.
On a regular basis, just to finally get to know each other. What's the difference? It looks like a different defense now than the beginning of the year.
Well, we had some guys injured in the beginning of the year, and we had some secondary issues going forward, and now we got guys
We
back.
have a lot of
You know, so I think it's
first-area
just
issues.
continuity. You know, they got Meade calling it, you know, and their you know continuity there. I think that's important. You know, and then we're aggressive. Not only aggressive with the calls, we're aggressive with the techniques. You know, and you want to play that aggressive style. So but the guys it takes all of us, right? It takes all of us, and it's
Tell them,
important that
Aaron.
we,
That's 100% right.
you know, and play with good
And
fundamentals
listen,
and good technique. And that's
who has been the number one target of this network?
improving every single week.
This guy and Getsy.
Was Brisker,
Don't get it
Brisker's
twisted.
injury concussion related, or was it a bodily injury?
Don't get it twisted.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I know he was hit right here. You know, I don't know where it is right now.
Yeah, Brisker got hurt on the 2-point conversion.
So I'll know more tomorrow.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Hey, Coach, how you doing? It's Angelo. Joseph Marino from Wallingford, Connecticut. Imagine if we get Angelo credentialed and then send him in there.
Oh, yeah. That wouldn't be good for anybody. Definitely not us.
You get him questions. You send him in his ear. QG challenges, $5. Foreman cannot pass block. That is why he's been inactive. Love Bagent, but if you aren't questioning the deep ball, I'm not sure what you're. I'm sorry. I totally disagree. Not only did he step up and pass pro today, this kid can throw the ball.
Pressure, or even just the emotion of having your first.
What I mean,
I
beyond
feel like I dealt with it good. I felt like I had the team, my family, kind of really rallied behind me, gave me a lot of support this week, which I think gave me all the confidence in the world to go.
Here's the
do what we did today.
winning quarterback today.
Yeah.
Your number 2 quarterback, by the way.
You weren't anymore, where you kind of.
Yeah, I feel like I settled in after the first snap. Really, I feel like I
Big arm Nate
the whole week until we get.
Was Nate's big arm intimidating?
Just like
that's Nick. He knows about it.
That's what I asked you last week. I said, if you're moving forward, if you're a QB1, how confident were you leading this team to victory? You looked me dead in the face and said, I'm very confident.
Clipboard, Nate.
Where did that come from, and what did you do today to fill up to do that?
I feel like I've played like a million games at quarterback. I feel like I was able to win the job in high school my sophomore year, and then I started every game through my senior year of college. So that's 7 years of starting, understanding what the week of preparation looks like.
Listen,
going through
seeing this kid check
and run concept that there is.
Seeing the kid handle the situation,
mother of all
not
learners,
be overwhelmed, is that not a huge difference in our life? I mean, I live with Matt Barkley, Nathan Peterman, Brian Hoyer, who threw fucking 2 picks today. We've lived it. To sit here and get your fucking panties in a bunch because this kid went out there and handled NFL game victoriously is dumb. I'm sorry. It's dumb. You're the problem with fandom. If you're upset with Nathan, with Tyson Bagent,
just kind of high level.
big arm Nate going out there, coaching issue.
Depth where
and
really
QG challenges is completely wrong about Foreman picking up blitzes. Guess what? I don't know many backs that are going to pick up a 290-pound DN by themselves with slide protection.
Especially how he was playing today.
It's ridiculous.
Get it to him, let him break a tackle.
That was last week.
Which he did, and that was kind of the extent of it.
How do you describe what Deontay?
You know who has issues picking up a blitz, Shane?
Yeah, I thought
Deontay
Herbert today. I thought he played extremely
That's who
well.
has issues.
Go watch the very first play of the season. After he was praised all off season for his pass pro, and how much he's improved. Very first play this year. Watch what he does.
It was only a matter of time for he was able to break out and have a good day like today.
Talk about getting the ball out of your hands quickly. Several times you
Here's Larry Mayer.
Negative plays getting the ball. I think one of the best decisions was you dirted the screen pass when it wasn't open. How much of a focus do you put on that in terms of
Was dirting the screen pass when it wasn't open, Shane?
Yeah, I
Larry,
feel like that's
so
a staple
edgy.
of how I've always tried to play quarterback,
Edgy
just
Larry.
getting the ball out of your hands, and then just try to combine that
Hey, I
with
gotta
just
tell
making
you.
really good decisions. I think I got away with in college a lot of times getting the ball out of your hands, but also forcing some things just because I was,
Look,
had that
Shane
freedom
and
to do so.
Bajan
I
are
think at
wearing the
this level,
same hats.
we're valuing
Shane
the
has a
ball
gray
trying to
one.
plus
He's
two
got a
interceptions
black
like
one.
Coach
They
Luce preaches to
they
us every week.
coordinated this.
This is navy
I just
blue,
kinda
I
had that in the
think,
back of my head
yeah.
all week. Like,
Is
hey,
it
if
navy?
it's not there,
I think
play the
so.
next
He's got a
play.
big old
Okay,
piece
that
of
was
lint
really
on it,
good.
though.
There's a piece of lint there.
So what did it do for you? What did
Someone
it do
will
for you?
check
when
never
all
lies.
these parts
Pick it
of the
all up,
golf control go your way. The offensive line holds up. The defense plays really well. Foreman plays well.
Yeah, I think it means a lot to a lot of people. I think we've
Watching
been looking for a win
Harbaugh.
here at Soldier Field for a while.
Yeah,
it
I
means
love how he's setting up
basically
J.J.
the world to
McCarthy.
everyone else. When you're able to play well,
We
in the
need
trenches,
Harbaugh
be
here,
able to control
no
the line
doubt.
scrimmage, run the ball
Get
well,
rid of
and,
this clown
stop the
show.
other team's run game. I thought it was an outstanding team effort today.
Your first drive of the third quarter, you guys take a lot of time off the clock. You march down and score. What did that do for the sideline? This is a team
Rusty,
that
I'm
had
with you,
been
man.
really
This
protecting
kid, man, deserves a lot of credit. I mean, it wasn't big for him. He
I think
checked
it's hard
off.
it's hard to start fast in the second
He
half. when you have
switched
such a-
protections. He switched
such a
play
controlled
calls.
first half. So
All of
think
this
that was
stuff.
his-
that's another one of the focal points.
He put a
Oh,
super chat in there. I don't know.
good.
if
Look at
it's up.
that.
Thank you, Russ.
I thought Coach
So
Getsy
thank
at
you,
halftime,
Rusty.
on the
And,
whiteboard.
and listen, he
put
deserves a
highlight,
lot of credit.
Outstanding plays
Don't
that
be
were on
that
the board
person.
in the second half.
Don't be so infatuated with your fan
those,
card for
super
either guy that you're missing the bigger picture.
Phil, that's the-
effectively getting the ball
again,
out of our hands.
it
and
was- it was the
taking our
same
shots
way
when we can. So I thought,
with
he dialed up some
Jay
amazing
Cutler.
stuff today.
It was the same way with Mitch. It's
Yeah, that screen is one of them.
You're never
Screen
going
is
to
definitely
change
one of them
that. We can
stands out,
talk
and I
about it
think
and
that
say
we
how
couldn't have
misguided
executed
it
that
is,
better. So
but there's
maybe
always
come
gonna,
back to
there's
the
always
couple
going to be
weeks,
these
and
I
fans.
gotta keep saying it because it's
me,
annoying.
the O-line, everybody to execute, kind of a high-risk play when you're throwing the ball back across the field. I thought it was great.
The waggle screen was awesome.
Yeah, he'd been waiting for that play to be called, yeah.
Right
There you go. Sean gets it. Just congratulate the quarterback, man. Aren't you tired? It feels good to win.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I think that there was, we're playing in the Windy City. I had one this week that came off my hand a little funny, but
Fucking dog is eating dried oatmeal out of the bags and shit, Shane.
But I like to think that I've got an extremely strong arm, and the
She
ball
went into the cabinet herself. My wife was texting me. She did this the other day. There's fucking oatmeal all over the ground. I've never seen anything like it.
Quarterback sneak, and I think it was the first quarter. What was the strategy on that instead of going straight over the middle? Like you were trying to avoid
On opening.
Yeah, I think not necessarily Crosby, although I think our whole game plan was kind of centered around where he was on the field. It was just one of those things where we ran a lot of Q sneaks this year. So being able to sneak it in the B gap just because they want to take it. They want to take the
That was nice.
Be able to take a
fucking did it right. Quarterback sneak. Get the fucking first down. Thank you.
Really before the game.
Hold on, we got a Larry Mayer question coming up.
The Q sneak in the B gap.
What was it like to have your parents up there watching you?
Yeah, I think winning is contagious. So
losing is a disease.
Get a little bit of a break early this week to enjoy this, but just really making it a focal point to the staff and the players. Let's get back on the horse. Let's get ready. Play another.
It ain't where you're from. It's where you're at. It's always been the story. Let's be honest. This motherfucking kid came from obscurity. He had opportunities to leave Shepherd to go to big-time programs, turn them down because of loyalty. Believed and bet on himself, went undrafted. Other teams tried to sign him, including the 49ers, Chiefs. He signed with the Bears. Kid Shane was begging for him to be drafted by the Bears in the 7th round to have developmental quarterbacks. We have it live on our fucking draft day 3 showcase.
Thank you, Kenya.
Thank you, Kenya.
Appreciate you.
This stuff is important to recognize the journey. We forget Johnny Unitas was undrafted, Tony Romo, Tom Brady in the 6th round. The story is the person.
As a whole, I think
Walter Payton said it.
When I talk about people that
and I'm quoting him wrong,
and help me throughout the week,
but I'll paraphrase it.
Things to look at just with the amount of experience.
You are who you are when no one's fucking looking.
Pivotal in how we were able to execute today and the way.
And this kid's working his ass off his whole life for this moment. Embrace it. I know I am. I'm happy for the kid.
What do you think? You played with. You have that bravado that everyone talks about, the confidence that you have in the locker room. How do you think that benefited you today? That confidence you play with?
I think
Big Arm Nate, help me.
Football gives me the ability to let loose. I don't know how loud I would be in my life if I didn't.
It's the best thing to come from today.
It kind of gives me that alleyway to scream and shout, and it helps me out, and I hope it definitely infiltrates the minds of the people I have around me.
Big Arm Nate Peterman was drafted, I believe, in the 2nd round by the Raiders. Is that correct, Shane? Or Bill, the Buffalo Bills drafted in the 2nd round, or was it later?
No. I think they took him in like round 5, I believe. Okay. That was way back when we were with Barroom. I think it was Gabriel said that he wouldn't have any problem taking him.
A lot, yeah.
And you and I,
my paycheck probably won't look the same this week. So I had a lot of people,
What do you do tonight now? Obviously, a lot of people in town.
We got to get Bagent on the show, man.
Yeah, I've never really been away from home my whole life. So I don't, this is new for me not being able to.
Remember the Bears had Keenan McCardle on their practice squad. They let him go.
Relax and just,
the Bears were trying to sign Kurt Warner. He got a bee sting and they turned away from him. Signed someone else.
I don't think, you can't, shouldn't allow for your confidence to.
It's been how many? 101 years of quarterback futility. You had 49 fucking quarterbacks starting. Allow this.
It was amazing. I mean, Soldier Field is off the chain today. You couldn't ask for a better weather day. I thought the crowd got involved right when they needed to. And I thought
Chris Zorich says, if I'm happy for him, shut the fuck up and let him talk for 15 minutes.
Kind of gave the offense confidence boost with the,
It's not on the script.
The excitement that was, all around Soldier Field today.
Why don't you send a link, Zorich? Why don't you come on the show too and give us your opinion on it? Where is he? Jump on the show with his cigar, probably.
Yeah, I think no matter how big, no matter how big it is, I feel like I'm a pretty grounded person. I don't like a whole lot of fancy stuff. I don't like, I like to keep it simple.
Give him his 15 minutes.
It's really.
I was hoping the coach would let him go out on the field, Chris, and take a knee and a bow and have the fucking
yeah. There was
moment.
3, and coach was nice enough to give me one, so I appreciated that.
What was his message? Just if you signed that to you after the game.
Just that it was,
So the 3 game balls have to go to Foreman, Bagent, and Jalen Johnson would be my guess.
Yeah.
Pure bliss.
Again, just everybody having my back and rallying behind me and making me feel good. So I always appreciate that. Thank you.
Listen, Chris, I gave him his 2 minutes of fame, unlike his coach who didn't even let him come out and take a bow. When the pitcher in baseball comes back out and holds his hat up, I mean, the crowd gives him this kid fucking won the first time at Soldier Field in 1 year. I think since opening day 2022, the Bears haven't won at home. This kid's a fucking undrafted free agent rookie going out there, beating the Raiders at home, and he's on the bench for Nathan Peterman to take the final knee. I think that's a showcase of the coaching malpractice that we have in Chicago. They don't understand the little things do matter. The little things do. Go out there, kid. This is your moment. Nope. Big Arm Nate, 5th round pick of the Buffalo Bills. Been around the fucking league for 102 years, has done shit.
At no point has Nathan Peterman he's had a good enough arm. But I looked up this was his draft profile from NFL.com. I wouldn't have my own going back to him on hand, but inconsistent delivery, has instances where his short strides forced him to try and muscle to get it to his target.
That doesn't sound like a big
floats throws on seam routes and dig routes. Has to be mindful to drive the ball on a pro level to avoid ball hawks.
Oh my God.
Needs to work and prove that he has an NFL caliber arm. Can he challenge tight windows like he did in college? Right now, we're not sure. Wants to play hero ball at times. I mean, I know arm strength can improve over time. Tom Brady's the classic case of that, but saying Nathan Peterman has a big time arm, holy shit. I mean, you're not trying to shove a square peg into a round hole. You have a anthill out back of your house and you just dropped a fucking nuke on it. I mean, that you talk about overkill. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Coach Eberflus, the gift that keeps on giving in his pressers, didn't even look happy, to be honest. And Michigan scandal, yes, paving the road. Get Zorich on the phone with Warren. Forget about this show. And get Harbaugh home to Chicago. Frank Martinelli, $4.99. Thanks, Frank. I don't want to lose for Caleb Williams, but I'm concerned even with a 3rd win keeps Flus his job. No fucking way. No, they are done with this guy. There's no way. Unless they have a complete playoff turnaround.
Yeah.
I can never see them keeping this coaching malpractice.
Let's before we talk about a complete playoff turnaround, let's just try to get 2 games in a row. How about that? Let's just try with that.
Our record is 2-5, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
2 wins.
Casey Bond has a great. I'm not ready to call it top 5, but the defense has been better with Flus calling the defense
plays. Yes,
no doubt about it.
Yep. That's one thing I'll give them. Some guys are meant to be defensive coordinators. Exactly. That's it. Yeah. They're not leaders of men and have a culture and have an understanding of personnel. You should be fired just for saying that shit. He's talking about Big Arm Nate.
Yeah.
Big Arm Nate. Kerry Franklin. Performance over politics was the shirt I wore at Soldier Field, sitting right in front of the press boxes. Section 2. Good for you, Kerry. Did you shake it right in Ryan Poles' face? Get the performance players on the phone. And I talked with Andrew Brown. I'm sorry, I'm calling Andrew out, but if you think that was the right time to put Travis Homer in the game, who has been cold,
Phil, I
has
said
no
it to
business
Riley.
being
I'm like,
out there.
What are you doing at that? It's just like, hey, we got. You know what it's like? It's like coaching.
Fucking kidding
Like
me.
coaching a little kids team, and you're like, shit, he didn't get his 6th play. Get out there. Get out there, coach, or you're gonna be replaced. But
Bro, it was the dumbest thing I've even worse than I don't know if it's worse. It's right on par with not allowing the kid the moment. It's like, okay, Foreman's out. This other back, Darrington Evans, has been balling today. Let's not overlook his efforts out there too.
Should have never been gone. Phil, he's got a spot on this rock. I'm keeping Darrington Evans over Travis Homer
every day.
Yeah. Easily.
Should have been here over Ebner. He should have been here over others. Let's just be fucking honest here.
Yep.
It's a joke.
But that's
he ran hard today too.
You're not resigning Khalil Herbert.
No fucking way. For what?
Exactly. You can't. You have
Darrington Evans, Deonta Foreman, and Roshan Johnson.
Are the guys that
That's your guys
with. Exactly.
Travis Homer.
But do you have confidence that that's what they'll do? I could see when Roshan gets back that they're going to say to Darrington, "See ya." And it's crazy.
Do that. That's
crazy.
Disgusting.
I agree.
Honestly, I will go on a rant. It's disgusting, ridiculous. Mohammed's back in Shane's DMs and on the show. I hope games like this don't blind polls on staffs. No. Who can blind them? They beat a bad Raiders team. And they played really good today. Build off of this. What do they do against the Chargers, who are tied 10-10 with the Chiefs? Let's see what they do next week.
Yeah, that's what it's all going to come down to, Phil, is because you can say whatever you want. I think that there is talent here. But when your talent is being restricted by a game plan or by the way that you're being coached throughout the week, that's a big time issue. Again, if you come out next week and Tyson Bagent has 42 pass attempts, it's a fucking problem. That's why you invested into these running backs and why you tried to improve your offensive line. Make things as easy as possible on your quarterback. It's not that hard.
What do you think of Mike? Just Mike. I don't know who Mike is. $9.99. Thank you, Mike. If I'm Poles, I'd rip the Band-Aid off and by the trade deadline, he's saying. Get a first for Fields if you can and roll into the draft with 3 first-round picks and start over. No more half-ass rebuild.
So with those 3 first-round picks, Mike, this is what I would ask you. What if you're drafting 3, 6, and 9? Because I'll let you in on a secret. Number 1, whoever's at number 1 ain't trading.
Right.
Most likely, whoever's number 2 ain't trading. And that's my point.
The only way it works is if you have the first
one of those picks is at number 1.
Yeah.
Right. And like Phil said, Justin Fields' story has not been written yet.
The story is the comeback.
Well, it's the comeback, and again, you have
a new coach coming in.
You have Jim Harbaugh that may say, "Hey, I love Caleb Williams. I love Drake May. I believe in Justin Fields, and I know that I can unlock what needs to be unlocked." That's why
I'm not going to go in shotgun and try to run the fucking run and shoot with Justin Fields. I'm going to come in here, run power game, use his feet, boot action off of it, and do a lot of the things that you see JJ McCarthy doing.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is a standout quarterback too.
Oh yeah, but I mean, are you tying your future at quarterback to JJ McCarthy?
No, not
Yeah.
now.
No, that's
I completely believe
Yeah.
in the coach and the
Trading
process.
Justin Fields right now is, I think, a big mistake.
I agree with you.
Big mistake.
Frank Hacks, $9.99. Yes, it's huge difference knowing Tyson Bagent has poise, pocket presence. He can read the defense and can call the audible to another play, and more importantly, gets the ball out fast. Yeah, you could see it. And again, the offense was catered to those moments. And that's the problem with what it is we've been recognizing this coaching staff doing wrong. Is putting Justin Fields in these shotgun fucking Kansas City Chief, Green Bay Packer. He's not that. He is under center. He's action game off of it, 12 personnel, using the tight ends, bootlegging, having him run, go action. Listen, this is what the game plan for Justin Fields should be. And Justin Fields can run. So affecting him, it's no different than Tampa with Steve Young. They just didn't know how to fucking use him. He goes to fucking San Francisco and he knows how to use him. And all of a sudden, the story of Steve Young being a fucking bust goes nowhere. It goes kablam. Yazaka, we can't see your comment. $4.99. Thank you for your support. Half balls 34. $1. Can't see your
Hall balls.
Oh, hall balls.
Yeah.
My eyes are blurry, man. Gerald Smith, $4.99. What's up, DDP and the smartest man? I have no super chat because you motherfuckers don't miss. Keep going, doing what you're doing. TTNL is the truth.
Thank you, Gerald.
Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Gerald, for your support. Go blue. Yes. Go blue. Go blue. Go give us Jim Harbaugh. Waylon Lumley, $4.99. So I love Bagent. I think he did it amazing, but I think he's still a big part of our team. But I think he is a really good backup for now. Look,
that's what we're saying.
We're saying the same thing, Waylon.
Yeah, if you praise
gotta be
the
excited.
kid, 50% of the fan base is gonna say, "Oh, you're just a Justin Fields hater," and Phil had
Justin
Mac
Fields
Jones
is the
number one.
starter.
It's so stupid. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying that to you, Waylon. I'm just saying in general. Yes, it's a good thing that you have Justin Fields and Tyson Bagent on your roster. Let's be happy about that. There was a time when we were in the NFC Championship game and Jay Cutler hurts his knee and we had to go to Caleb Haney, and then he got or they put in Todd Collins.
Todd Collins. The fucking statue of Todd Collins is still standing in Green Bay in toilet paper. Paper mache Collins. Here we go. Dwight back, $4.99. The most consistent aspect of this organization is the ass-backward personnel decisions, performance over politics. Whoever is evaluating who plays and who sits is it's the coach and the offensive coordinator. That's who do it. If Ryan Poles has his nose in who plays, then he's a fucking problem too. But I'm telling you, the ass backward is the coach and the offensive coordinator or the defensive coordinator if it's a defense. They're the ones who decide and should. It's just the fact of the truth, Dwight, that you're saying. They're ass backwards. They don't get it. Anybody looking at Deonta Foreman and not understanding how he shouldn't be starting. He's your identity and tone setter. Look at how the motherfucker runs. I mean, come on. So do you think 5-5 is possible into the bye? Anything is possible in the NFL.
But you have to be, when we say consistency, it's not just the quarterback play. It's not just the players. It's the coaching. It's the game plan. All of that needs to be consistent. The blueprint is there for you. What you have to do
right
with
there,
the personnel you have. but they have refused.
You're not the
Stay true
Chiefs.
to it.
You're not the fucking Chiefs.
Exactly.
Okay. What am I supposed to go around the horn, start touting myself? Did you see Mac Jones today? Did you see? That's not what we do here. A consistency is the course of your season. Get better. Make plays. In Chicago, if coaching malpractice is what is stated by this network, guess who's suffering from it? The quarterback and the team. The quarterback, your starting quarterback, is Justin Fields.
Speaking of Kansas City, Phil.
Yes.
Here's noted Cairo Santos hater. Mr. and Mrs. Bullets repping at the game today.
Bullets rubbing it in on his wife, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, and maybe even about the game too. Who knows? But when Cairo hit that 54-yard field goal, I texted Bullets and I just wrote Santos with the, one of these because I know he wanted him gone. But hey, he was a 54-yard field goal in Soldier Field's no joke.
Man, that was a fucking.
He was good.
Gotta
for a lot
give
longer than that.
Santos. That motherfucker drilled it. He had a guy coming 91 coming off the edge. I thought was gonna block it. He kicked that right through that. I mean, that was a really good kick. Will TTNL hire Eberflus after he's fired? No.
We have an opening for somebody to do absolutely nothing because after Bratcher left. So.
Take Jackal or Bratcher's spot here.
Well, Jackal's contributing at least.
Where is Bratcher?
He's in love.
He's in the love Bratch.
Yeah. He's so in love. He was on Facebook today. He's watching the split screen with his girlfriend because she's a Colts fan. So he's got the Colts in one box and the Bears on another box. I couldn't handle that.
Hell fucking no. I'm going in. My dad was here today for the boys game. And he was watching New England in the other room, and we were watching the Bears here. I will pick up Big Arm Nate to break down this coaching staff after he's let go next year. How about that? Hopefully Big Arm Nate wants to come hang out with us. Dan has zero confidence in the coaches and recognizing run works and play off of it. I see them going back to that's what Shane and I are betting on. Like, this is the time. This is the time. Shane, you guys still think this regime that didn't draft Justin Fields but did bring Bagent, they can care more about development of their guy? I think they want Justin to be successful. I think they know the talent and the ceiling of that talent. There's no way.
If that was their philosophy, then fire them all.
Exactly. Listen, the Bears aren't the Chargers offense, the Chiefs offense. They're not in that. They're in the building of an identity offense. And when you do that, you have to start by running the football. Action game off of it. This is the whole problem. These guys think they're fucking so smart that they're going to fucking run not one, not two, 3 screens last week at midfield with a rookie quarterback. That's a problem. Today, we saw problems again. Crystal, Vegan Smith. Crystal, is vegan a part of your culture? Like, that's what you are? Or is that your middle name? Let me know that because I'm interested in that. But what happens if Tyson Bagent keeps winning? You always got, my rule is, Shane, I don't know if you agree, you always go with the hot hand. That's how I've always ruled it. And the Bears let that rule go when Josh McCown obviously took over that time.
I think she's talking about, I think what she's alluding to, and Crystal can.
You mean culture for the rest of the year?
Yeah, if he keeps on winning for the rest of the year, I think probably what she's alluding to is, does that prevent you from making a move at quarterback if that's the way that you have these guys?
It's not just about winning, Crystal. To me, it's got to be the growth and consistency, development. Like, is he going to continue to just roll right? I got to see a hell of a lot more consistency out of this kid in order. But, winning is the second tier there because there's no denying, but you have to be patient with this situation. Justin, I don't know how I feel. I think this coaching staff, once Justin's healthy, he goes back to starting.
He said that. Yeah. Flu said it
Right.
today.
So I'm in the different belief to her point or question on my thought of what she was saying. I would stay with the guy that's winning and allow him time to rest and get healthy. And if he's winning, that would be my excuse because I would roll with a hot hand. But that's because I hate losing. It's a disease. Dwight Howell, $4.99. Do you throw a little money in a few years to lock up? You don't have to.
He's under contract for 3
He's
seasons.
under contract for 3 years. So you got him. You got him. There's nowhere he's going. Bring in Chase Young. Would you give up a second? I give up to get him.
Well,
I don't know what I would give up. Yeah,
Jalen
Shane
Johnson.
could do that.
That was the
Jalen Johnson. I would give him up.
Oh, I would too.
Definitely.
I would too.
I'm not a Jalen Johnson guy. You know, he had a good game today. Give him his props. I think he is what he is. This is his third interception. I need guys that are ball hawks consistently. Why does he consistently call plays against field strength? Because he's an idiot. That's why. That's why I have these rants. Like, I can't even fathom what he called with Justin in there. I can't. Like, why aren't you running the ball? But yet again, you're not listening. Like, this is the same offense. Like, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to the head coach. I need Deonta Foreman. I need Mercedes Lewis. I need these guys on the football field. I would go for my personnel that's going to give me the chance to win. Cole Kmet was designed into 2 games, game plan. Get Cole the ball. Think about this. They paid him. He's awful. This isn't high. This is reality here. This is what this staff is. Tyson has more victories as a starter than Bryce Young. Okay, there you go. There you go. He does. Half ball, hall balls. We don't see your comment. Or is that the one before?
Yeah, I think that's the one before. Yeah.
I don't know. Maynard, are you Brad's cousin? You need a brain, DDP. Well, I got one. And
he's just being he's talking a bunch of nonsense in the chat, just trying to get noticed. Yeah, he's clearly a badass.
Scratch that guy. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
See, now that I said that, now you watch the chat because he's one of those guys that can't control himself. So now he's gonna say something about me. He's probably typing it right now. So be on the lookout.
Holster your typing. You're an idiot. Perfect time to trade JJ while his stock is high. There you go. We've been on for an hour and 23 minutes. I agree with you, Frank. Trade him. I like some of the players here that are behind in the thing. Stroman, the kid that we picked up from the Eagles. Well, we haven't seen Blackwell.
He's on IR.
He's on IR. I like him. Obviously, Stevenson. Smith, good football player. You're building. Kyler Gordon looked really good today. Those are the things you're building around. I think you can move on from a big deal for JJ and if you were able to get a defensive end pass rusher like Young for a corner, I think that's cooking
all day long. That's you have invested heavily in corner in the draft and with guys with high upside. And it's not, listen, I understand Jalen's 24 years old, but so is Chase Young. Is there risk there? Absolutely. Chase Young has been hurt. He's underperformed, but you have to add something to this defense on the defensive line. And to me, it's well worth the gamble.
It's well worth it. Did we hit all of the super chats? Yes, I think we did.
We did. So yeah, it's probably
It's time. It's time. I am giving Fields another year. I'm giving him this year. He's got to come back and show the growth and consistency. He can't be throwing footballs erratically, waiting, and the things that we've talked about. Also, his coach has to put these kind of game plans together for this kid and his huge, enormous talent. Not just run a quarterback counter for him once in a while here. Apply it to the game plan. Let it offset a play and do some things that Justin does really well. I like you guys' perspective. Thank you. She never answered the vegan thing, I think. If anyone is upset with the Bears winning a game because of who's under center, they're an idiot. They are. Don't you just want to win? Just win. That's it. I feel great. The Venom won today. Fields is hopefully getting healthier and coming back, and we get the story there. And you got a young developmental quarterback in Chicago for the first time in a century, maybe a decade.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I totally agree there, Phil. I've been banging the table for it forever, it seems like. You have take a swing. It's a 7th round draft pick. Most of them aren't sticking, if at all. Funnel these guys in here. Now you got a kid with some upside. What would everybody say if they drafted Tyson Bagent in round 7? They wouldn't have expected him to make the team. And here he is in week 7 starting against the Vegas Raiders. The last collegiate game that he played was from the Colorado something, the Miners or some team like that. And then his next game he's playing against the Vegas Raiders. Be excited. And be excited about Justin Fields coming back. You got a weapon coming back at quarterback when he gets healthy. Maybe sitting down will help him. We'll see. But be excited about that. Don't be divisive and split into two. Don't make this Justin versus Tyson. It's not that. This is the Bears.
It's the quarterbacks versus the coordinator and the head coach at some points. You can make a commentary of that. And just like Hall Balls 34, my dollar question was, I do feel we can win with both of these QBs, both with similar game plans. The sky's the limit. What do you guys want to see moving forward? And we've basically covered that. As I stated at the beginning, this game does not absolve the coaching staff of its inherent incompetence. We agree.
Yeah. Gary still left that second R in there. He didn't change it for us.
Phil, how does the W taste? It tastes great.
I think he's asking you to do the Jameis Winston eating dubs.
Oh, wow. This thing?
You got to crank them up a little bit. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I ain't doing that. I tell you what, losing is a disease. Enjoy the night. Watch the games. Enjoy your dinner. Your week is better when the Bears win. Your food is better when the Bears win. It's good stuff. We'll see what they do.
This is the last one, Dwight, and I know there's guys. We're gonna have a
plenty of time,
long off season. I mean, if you want a couple of names, Jared Verse is a guy that's going to be talked about an awful lot from Florida State. I'm not drafting him up top. There's a guy like Dallas Turner in Alabama that can get after the quarterback. There's a lot of names, and we'll have them all covered, but it's so early in the process right now. We don't even have a comprehensive list of who's staying and who's coming out. But when the Bears season ends, we jump right into free agency and draft mode. So we got lots of time for that.
Become a patron. TheTapeNeverLies.com. You'll see every analysis, all of the stuff. Those of you patrons that are in the chat, I just want to say, it's been very difficult with coaching and meeting up with my dad for Saturdays. The season is coming down to an end. Our last game will be this Saturday at 6. And hopefully my dad and I could do a show this Saturday before that. But we'll see. I just wanted people to know that stuff's going on. So it's hard with all of the football and everything. I predict the Bagent's next game will be an egg since there's now a full game tape. We'll see.
Part of it, Phil and I, we talked about it in game.
And
that's where you have to have a coaching staff that's forward thinking and can combat that. But you have to put the best players out there.
Got to do it. Performance over politics, guys. I appreciate you. We will be live on Wednesday night covering the Chicago Bears on Keeping It 100. I don't think we have a guest this week, Shane. I might have to reach out to some people, or do we?
Nah, we don't.
Jackal's been MIA, so
we don't need to. We'll just get in there and we'll talk straight football.
Straight football. Keeping it 100 on Wednesday nights. Listen, we love you guys. This is the best Bears post-game show on the planet. Bears Hour Live with my guy, the smartest man, Shane Marsaw, and your guy, DDP, Draft Dr. Phil. Follow us right there on our @. Let us know. You got a question or you have something on your mind. We're always available for you. What a great showcase. The Chicago Bears victorious over.
Jackal is active, just not here. He's active other places.
Golly, what the hell is going on?
What is going on? Listen, we'll see you guys next week on the best show on the planet, covering the Bears. Bears Hour Live.
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.